Skibidi Toilet 72 was one of the greatest episodes with some of the best fight scenes in the entire series. I mean, just look at this. See how cool this is? Let me explain to you how we actually get to this point in the episode. Skibidi Toilet 72 starts off in the POV of Plunger Man. This POV is showing his final moments. After his camera goes offline, the POV zooms out. We are now in the POV of a scientist cameraman. His tablet shows that he is the 1337th cameraman member of the Alliance. He stares at the screen for a second and then slams his fist onto his mech in anger. It seems that from this gesture, he really valued Plunger Man. He may have even been friends with him too. He looks up from his tablet and sees a few cameramen fighting some toilets. He turns around to see a police mutant toilet aiming some rockets at him. The mutant shoots the rockets and knocks over the car in front of the scientist. The scientist cameraman immediately shoots his lasers towards the police mutant toilet. After shooting at him, he turns around and punches a buzzsaw mutant toilet. He then shoots his lasers towards the toilet, and then this ends up killing it. He turns around again to quickly kill a regular toilet. Then, once again, gets a surprise attack from another buzzsaw mutant toilet. The toilet gets pretty close here, and as he is attacking, the scientist cameraman clicks his tablet. His mech then pulls out a blade and stabs the toilet. He pushes the toilet aside and ends up killing it with his laser guns. The scientist cameraman turns around again and instantly kills yet another buzzsaw mutant toilet. After killing it, he looks at the approaching toilets. He then turns around to see the police mutant toilet killing off the last two cameramen in this area with a sickle. The toilet shoots his last two rockets as he approaches the mech. The scientist cameraman shoots his laser guns at the mutant, but it seems that the mutant has already prepared for this. He puts on a protective visor, makes his rockets go to his backside, and pulls out his shield. He approaches the cameraman and destroys his right laser gun, and also his right mech arm. The cameraman puts his hands up as if in a surrendering position, and the police mutant laughs and prepares another attack, but gets shot on the side of his face by an energy blast. He looks off in the distance and his glance becomes worried. The scientist cameraman turns around to see a giant camera strider machine destroying every toilet that was originally approaching the scientist cameraman. The strider lands next to the scientist and goes completely crazy. It shoots multiple lasers at the police toilet, and the police toilet tries defending himself but flies off once his shield breaks. He gets shot in the air and comes crashing down to the pavement. The strider machine then gets shot at and focuses on another target. The POV turns around and we see an army commander-like toilet with a cigar in his mouth. As the strider shoots towards it, the toilet shoots out giant missiles and hits the strider. A puff of black smoke encompasses the strider, and once it disappears, the strider shoots out a giant energy ball towards the toilet. The toilet gives off a goofy scream and blows up. The POV turns around and gives the strider a thumbs up. The strider nods and the POV moves forward. The strider shoots out a couple more energy balls towards more toilets, and the POV prepares a toilet paper grenade and kills a stray toilet. The POV approaches the police toilet and picks up his sickle. As he's ready to make the kill, the toilet flips him off. But before he can, something causes a ruckus to the left of him. The police toilet laughs, and the POV turns around to see G-Toilet making his way onto the battlefield. G-Toilet hits the POV with a laser and destroys what is left of the battlefield that they are on. The strider starts shooting at G-Toilet, but its efforts are of no use. G-Toilet easily destroys the strider and uses one side of his arsenal to do it. Now that's just showing off at this point. The strider then crashes to the ground, but we don't see it blow up, so maybe it's not completely destroyed yet. The POV looks down and notices that the mech machine is malfunctioning. He jumps out and avoids the explosion of his machine. The POV turns around and we get to see G-Toilet's army pushing forward. And funnily enough, we get to hear the Michael Jackson toilet laughing in the distance. After all the toilets move forward, one final toilet approaches him and tells him something. G-Toilet responds and moves forward. But before the toilet can move forward, the Astro Detainer makes his way into the scene. The Detainer crushes the toilet and says this to G-Toilet. Okay, so after this, we can kind of start to figure out that G-Toilet had something to do with the Astros. I mean, the Detainer specifically says that he is commander. So he must have had a big role with these guys in the past. After the Detainer says this, G-Toilet charges up and shoots at him. The Detainer blocks this attack and uses the energy from the lasers to attack G-Toilet. But G-Toilet blocks it with his energy shield. But this is short-lived, and the Detainer uses some grappling hooks to suck out the energy from his shield. G-Toilet backs away and notices that the toilet is about to make an attack. So he puts on a helmet and fires at him. They fire at the same time, and their shots intersect. At this point, it's a game of who's stronger. The Detainer pushes forward with a smile on his face, and actually makes some progress in overcoming G-Toilet. But G-Toilet has some backup. Some kamikaze toilets come in and distract the Detainer. At first, he doesn't budge, but then after getting hit twice, he releases his pursuit on G-Toilet and gets rid of the kamikazes. After the distractions are dead, G-Toilet fires at him and knocks him to the ground. He gets up and says, and charges at G-Toilet. He then starts to disassemble his arsenal. He grabs onto his head and prepares to stab him, and G-Toilet struggles for a bit, but then this happens. The Detainer backs away with a disgusted look on his face. G-Toilet shoots his lasers and charges towards him. The Detainer escapes, and G-Toilet looks around. After looking around, he looks to his side and gets attacked. His glasses get cracked and broken. He then looks to his other side and gets attacked by the Detainer once more. The third time, however, he pulls out his energy shield and blocks the attack. The Detainer gets slightly messed up from this with blue electrical sparks coming out of his toilet body. And after this, he escapes once more. He tries to trick G-Toilet and uses his super speed to fly across several different places. But G-Toilet is way too cunning to fall for this trick. The Detainer approaches from behind, but G-Toilet has a smile on his face and immediately headbutts him. He shoots some lasers at the Detainer, but the Detainer grabs it and sends him flying back towards him. G-Toilet gets pushed back, and after this, the Detainer says, G-Toilet releases an energy ball and sends it forward towards the Detainer. But the Detainer grabs it, confused as to why G-Toilet relied on such an obvious attack, and sends it back towards him. G-Toilet then releases 2 energy balls, but this time they have purple streaks inside them. The Detainer grabs the 2 energy balls and prepares to attack. But then his claws start to malfunction. He looks at the 2 claws, then back towards G-Toilet. The claws then attempt to crush his head. G-Toilet starts to give off a maniacal laugh. The claws start to unleash their blades, and the Detainer cuts one off, but gets attacked by the other and falls towards the ground. He then rises back up from the cloud of smoke, and makes his way forward towards G-Toilet. Even when the toilet is bruised and bloodied, he's still willing to carry out his mission. Honestly, I gotta give it to him. That's some great dedication right there. As he does this, G-Toilet charges his lasers and shoots towards him. And as he does this, a new, more insane-looking Astro Toilet appears and blocks his attack. This is going to be a new main character known as the Astro Juggernaut. The Juggernaut sends a red projectile energy ball towards G-Toilet, which end up messing up his system. He prepares another attack, but a shot from Titan Speakerman comes in from his side. He then redirects his focus towards Titan Speakerman and shoots towards him. Titan Speakerman easily dodges this attack and looks to his side, but then gets thrown to the ground from the explosion of the beam. Juggernaut grabs onto the Detainer and the 2 fly off. Titan Speakerman gets up from the ground and redirects his focus towards G-Toilet. G-Toilet protects himself with his energy shield and looks to his side to see Titan TV Man. He turns his screens red in an attempt to blind G-Toilet. G-Toilet, however, starts to fly away, and as he does this, Titan TV Man tries attacking him, but is way too slow. G-Toilet escapes, and Titan Speakerman chases after him. TV Man prepares to teleport, but right before he does, he asks Titan Cameraman if he's ready. Titan Cameraman then unattaches his acid gun and grabs onto the decapitated claw of the Astro Detainer. He puts it on his body and says, and then flies off. The POV turns around to see the Scientist TV Man and Large TV Man preparing to teleport the Astro Claw. The Scientist TV Man tells the Large TV Man to teleport it to the lab. And then the Large TV Man makes a questionable remark. The POV then looks back at the scientist, who has a winky smiley face on his screen. After this, the POV hears some commotion from behind him and starts running towards it. Now wait just a second here. As he is running, we can see what looks to be a cameraman standing on top of the cliff. I'm gonna call it and say that this is one of those green suited cameramen. And if it actually is, what in the world is this cameraman doing? And if you think that I'm right, pay close attention, because this cameraman appears and then disappears as the POV gets closer to him. The only cameramen that we've seen have this ability is Lucky Cameraman and the two green suited cameramen. And the Lucky Cameraman is currently in the Alliance base getting repairs. So it obviously cannot be him. So that just makes my assumption even more valid. This is a green suited cameraman. Maybe in a future episode, we'll figure out what these green suited cameramen actually do. So after the POV makes his way through the fire, he approaches the destroyed Strider. The Strider still has some life left in it and looks up at the POV. The POV gives a thumbs up to the Strider and the episode ends.